family, welcome back to another episode of Working on a Pod. Me and Daryl are holding it down. M-Train, a little busy cooking in the studio. It's just, things are happening. It's summertime, 2025. Everyone's getting shit done.
It's not just M-Train cooking in the studio, bro. You're in there.
So what?
I've seen you cook.
I was in there for a couple hours this morning, and now she's singing. So she's doing the hard work, and I escaped to do a podcast with Daryl. Now, first thing we have to address, for those listening, you can't see, but Daryl's wearing a really cool hat right now. And this is a new hat that I haven't seen on anyone, dude. Not a single human soul. I have not seen this hat. It's a one of a kind. I think you're about to start the trend of probably this coming fall, maybe the fall season fits. What do you got on?
Well, first I'm going to say, I'm not quite sure if you're making fun of me or not.
No.
I don't know.
No.
I mean, it's okay.
No.
I know this is one of those things where I do something different and it's like a little wacky.
No, because what I've learned with living with you for the past 8 years, just being in your presence, you find things that turn out to be so hot in the street only 2 months later. So this is not me making fun of you. This is me trying to get a heads up on what's happening.
This is legit?
Dude, it's incredible.
Right.
And I like this. This is yes, for real, 100%.
I love beanies, and it's too hot to wear a beanie.
Yeah.
What's this thing called? It's called a clape.
It's a clape. So it's a brimless hat. Okay,
brimless
so
hat.
It's basically what I have on, minus the bill.
Yeah.
Okay. Shout out Nantucket Crisps, by the way. But dude, no, I like it. I like it a lot,
man.
And I'm telling you, I've never seen it before.
I saw it on Amazon, and I was like, "Oh, that looks interesting." Because I'm always like folding up my beanies so they have this fit.
Yeah.
But it's so hot, and then my hair gets all fucked up, and it's just a glam in here.
It's incredible, dude. Let me pop this
little cap. That's backwards clape. Yep.
There we go.
Yeah,
I'm telling you, D Money's onto something. I don't know what it is, but he finds these things.
I think
whether it's an article
would
of clothing,
really like that.
whether it's something you ingest in your body, water. Yeah. Daryl's ahead of the game. This is going to be hot in the streets in a mere month. I'm thinking this fall. This is going to be all over. Everyone in Brooklyn's going to be rocking.
Well, guess what? I got one in every color.
And that's what you do.
Yeah.
Daryl gets something in every single color there is. I like it. It's a perfect fit.
It's nice, right?
Thank you very much.
No problem.
I was going to talk about sobriety. Officially got past my 4th year anniversary. And then your 3rd anniversary is coming up on the 28th. 24th. My apologies.
No, yeah.
24th. I'm going to write that down. I wrote down
You asked me, I said 28th because that's what I said. And then I realized, I was like, no, it was 10 days after I turned 30 that I said, it has to stop.
So yours clicked at 30.
Yeah.
I failed and didn't make it to 30. I copped out at 28.
I don't think you failed, my friend.
I know. I'm just kidding.
I think you
won.
I'm
kidding. I'm kidding.
Couldn't make it 30 years, you little bitch.
Yeah, fucking loser. Couldn't even make it to 30. No. To be comfortable sober at 30 was much better than if I just had stopped at 30. That would have been more of a challenge. Always start before things get crazy. June 24th.
That's the day.
All right. So you're coming up to year 3.
3 years.
That's when things finally felt good for me. Year 3, I was like, all right, dude, I got this. The first 2 were pretty bad. I don't know. How do you feel coming up to 3?
I feel good. I feel like ours were different. I feel like it's different for everyone. Because I had gone through, long periods of time without alcohol. So it wasn't really like the alcohol for me as much as just noticing my addict mind.
Yeah.
So the first 2 years, I think were pretty easy, but now I'm very hyper aware of my addict tendencies, not just with substances, but just in general.
That's when the real journey begins. And it's kind of frustrating because you're like, all right, I got rid of the substances? But then you start to notice, this is how my brain works.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when you're just like, man, I have to really pay attention to anything that makes me feel good. I have to watch myself with that specific thing.
Yeah.
Because you'll ramp up and overdo it.
Yeah. Nicotine.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I didn't overdo it.
Nah, bro. You weren't on. I'm telling you, I would wake up. The first thing I do is pop a Zyn in. Couldn't get out of bed
No.
until I put a Zyn in my lip.
For me, it
And
was
it
like
happened at the end of every single time I've quit. I'm telling you, the last
yeah.
time I'm quitting this shit,
Okay.
every single time.
Okay.
This time for sure, set in stone. Like I immediately feel better. I feel like the first few times I quit, it took a while for me to feel better. This time around, I don't know what it is.
Third time's a charm.
I think it's the fourth time, bro. I'm
Okay,
pretty
fourth
sure
time's a
I've
charm.
done this a lot of times, dude. Because I've been doing it since I was like a teenager. Nicotine,
Right.
in
Well,
general.
yeah. You were doing like dip and stuff.
Yeah,
Right?
the gross stuff,
Yeah.
the good stuff. But yeah, with the addict brain, you do something. You're gonna do it to the maximum capacity. But I feel like you did kind of luck out with Zins where
For me, honestly, it was like a 5 p.m. thing. You
Yeah.
know, when someone like 5 p.m. let's crack open a beer. Like that was my mentality around it.
Yeah.
Whenever I did as in like before noon, if I ever did that, my heart rate got fast. I didn't feel good. I'd take it out, and then only with threes, like because I would put in a 6 and immediately be like, oh no, I'm upset now.
yeah,
You're like, yeah, I love being upset.
I love feeling my heart race,
No,
sweat
no,
a little bit.
No.
Yeah, like now I'm ready to
No.
fuck up the day.
Uh,
Yeah. It's you kind of get to check yourself and be like, who am I? What gets me going? What pisses me off? The challenge with sobriety is, yeah, you just have to feel everything. And I'm starting to catch myself with, moments with Megumi. I'll snap and I'll get a little loud, and I'm like, oh shit, so sorry. Don't need to do that.
Well, that's good to immediately.
Yeah, it's immediate.
That's great.
Yeah,
I think a lot of people don't do that. I think they
Really?
do that and then they walk
they
away.
just keep doing their thing.
Because they're embarrassed or whatever. But to immediately address it is super helpful. I don't know if you're feeling this way yet, but maybe I'm almost 33. Maybe it's also the sobriety, but I always wanted to get amped up. So I was always like doing a lot of caffeine and like I wanted to be like really energized. Because life can get so stressful, I'm now in a place where I look for places to relax. And so like doing breath work and stuff like that, like being chill is the new getting amped up for me. I'm always looking for like now I'm super into L-theanine and like all that stuff. Matcha because it's not like a bunch of caffeine. I stop with the Celsius and all that. Like
Yeah, what do you got here? You got a
special
little
occasion.
water with
Well,
caffeine.
this is a
caffeine,
little
right?
water with some caffeine in it, but it's also but it's natural caffeine. It says,
Yeah.
and a little L-theanine as well.
It looks just like it's just water. In a
just a little flavored
plastic
water.
can situation.
This one does have 150 milligrams of caffeine in it.
Yeah, it's a good couple cups.
That's like
cups?
a double shot of espresso.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I load up on caffeine early in the morning.
Yeah.
Probably should wait a little while, but I'm trying to just wake up, get it rolling. But you're looking for chill times because you're surrounded by toddlers. And
True.
Yeah, I'm impressed because I feel like a lot of dads, especially in California, it's like, cool, I'll just smoke a joint at the end of my day and relax. And you have completely deleted that from your arsenal. I feel like I would always be like, oh yeah, D-Money's he's like a cool weed guy. Like I was always jealous because I was like, man, he makes weed look pretty cool and chill. It was never chill for me. I would try and pretend that I was having a chilled out time with weed, but I'd always
You're just
go
talking
through,
to yourself in your brain.
Yeah. I could feel my hair growing, and I regret every decision I've ever made in life. Talking about regrets. If I smoked weed, I would think about all the bad things that I've ever done and be like, why did I do that? And I would just replay them. So, but you were just like, just get some giggles, eat some food.
Giggly gurdy.
Yeah, you made it look fun.
Yeah.
And you were able to just like take that out because you're like, I want to be the best version of myself. I think that's the main part of sobriety is people can overthink it and be like, well, you have to have a serious problem and it's got to be the end of the world. You have to hit your rock bottom. If you just want to function at like the ultimate best version of yourself, if you cut out all this shit that we put into our bodies, there's other things too you can cut out. But if you start with like, booze and weed, you'll be clearer 100%.
Well,
if you don't want to feel clearer, then live your life.
That's the important thing, I think, is the feeling, right? So it's like we did the alcohol, I did the weed to numb the feelings. And I got to a point where I didn't even know I was doing it to numb feelings. I thought I was just like chilling or like feeling good. But I was numbing the feelings. and numbing like the cues, and just lost myself completely because it numbs your sense of self. You don't know who you are, or like your surroundings. So I remember, I think it was maybe like even 3 months into being fully sober, I had like pure joy. It's like watching Riley like watch a movie, and he was giggling at a movie, and I started crying. I was like, oh,
Whoa.
this is so beautiful. And so then you get this pure joy, and you know that there's no substances contributing to that. That's just purely from you. And there's something really beautiful with that. So then, now it's like when I feel something, it's like, oh, okay, this is good. I've got a feeling. I used to chase I'm feeling something. I gotta get rid of this feeling.
Yeah.
So then you get to the point where you go, no, no, no. Feelings, really our bodies are helping us out, telling us how to make decisions. And
Yeah.
yeah.
And then when you sober up, you realize the other things that you do to avoid those same feelings. So I feel like if I'm playing like way too many video games, I'm probably hiding from something. Like I don't want to feel a certain way, so I'm just gonna escape in this video game world for 12 hours in a row. Like that's it could happen with anything. So it's not just like substance. So yeah, for me, games are like if you're binge watching Netflix, like there's something you're not paying attention to.
Oh, we took a social media break when we were in Hawaii.
How good did
And
that feel?
oh my God.
I'm still off the talk, dude. I'm so
I'm back on
bad.
the talk. I'm back on.
Yeah, but you have a good system.
me-
Tell them your system.
The talk?
Yeah.
Well, the system changes.
Oh, it's already changed. Never
no,
mind.
no.
It's been a week.
Well, yeah. So it's mostly like if I do a sauna session, I only watch it in the sauna. But now it's a little bit like at nighttime
Yeah.
after I put the kids to bed. Like it's just my way of like decompressing. But I'm only on it for about 10 minutes
That's not bad.
until I go, okay, what was bad for me was Instagram.
Really?
That was really bad for
I'm
me.
so bored with Instagram.
And taking the break and then going back on, I was like, ugh.
Yeah, it's boring. TikTok, I had a real problem
It's like
with,
not real.
but it was just making me.
TikTok, my algorithm is just so fucking good. It's just so good.
Yeah, it's good, and then it just throws me like smut, and then chaos, and
See, I got to go on TikTok. I don't even know what these words that you're saying.
smut.
Yeah.
Just show like, just you know what it is. You know what it is.
Oh, it's chat.
Never heard the term smut? It's just like women. It's the devil.
Oh, no. Scroll.
Yeah,
Scroll.
dude.
Oh, also,
Why is it throwing it at me?
You have to hold it down and say not interested. Why?
Great. Now I gotta hold down on that video.
Hold it down. Not interested. Too sexual.
Okay. I'm out. I'm off the app. I feel so much better. It started with
I
Hawaii.
don't send it to you. Megan goes, send it to Ryan. I go, no. I don't send him TikToks.
Megan sends me them, and then Megumi, and I don't mind because then it's not me like scrolling endlessly. It's curated literally just for me. So you can send me some stuff.
Okay.
Just it better be fucking good.
Fucking good.
Better be good.
Oh, it's good.
But yeah, dude, I feel so much better not looking at that.
I noticed that anytime there was like a dull moment or like a lull, I'd be like, oh, well, I have to pull out my phone.
Yeah.
Also, the bathroom. I'd always just be like, oh, that like I caught myself going to the bathroom just to look at it.
Classic dad move, though.
Classic dad move.
I'm gonna run away to my quiet place.
Yeah, but
until your kids get older, and they're gonna run in the bathroom. Dad, what are you doing?
Yeah, they're doing that.
They're doing that.
I walk away in the bathroom. When I was solo dad for that little while, every time I went to the bathroom, Riley, Dad, where are you? I'm going poop.
Can I come?
How long? Just a minute.
When we were young, we used to dream of being anything. An astronaut, the president, a princess. But as you get older, your dreams change. Focusing less on running the world and more on how you can take your skills and ideas and turn them into something real. Instead of dreaming going to space or owning your own castle, maybe you start dreaming of your own business. You'll need a website, a payment system, a logo, and a way to advertise to new customers. It can all be very overwhelming and confusing, but thankfully, that is where today's sponsor, Shopify, comes in.
Shopify is the commerce platform behind millions of businesses around the world and 10% of all e-commerce in the US. From household names like Mattel and Gymshark to brands just getting started.
What if I can't design a website? Shopify's got you from the get-go with beautiful, ready-to-go templates to match your brand style.
What if I need a hand? Get help with everyday tasks like enhancing product images, writing product descriptions, or generating discount codes with Shopify's AI tools created for commerce.
What if people haven't heard about my brand? Shopify helps you find your customers with easy-to-run email and social media campaigns.
And what if I get stuck? Shopify's always around to share advice with their award-winning 24/7 customer support.
Turn those dreams into and give them the best shot at success with Shopify. Sign up for your $1 per month trial and start selling today at shopify.com/workingонit. Go to shopify.com/workingonit. Shopify.com/workingonit. But sobriety has been the best thing. I've graduated sober. Let's call it what's now 4 years, I guess high school. Middle school's 3. Sober high school. Okay. Then we got to work on college and then the master's program. Things I never did, but I can do in the sober world.
And you did the 12 steps.
Yeah. 12 steps are very beneficial.
So cool.
They were cool. They were pretty miserable to do, but it teaches you doing shit you don't like to do. You feel better at the end of that outcome.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of that was, kind of diving into who I am as a person, which no one wants to do. It's not something that anyone wants to do, to be like, who am I and why do I act the way I do? And what are my faults? And you go, oh, this is why I did all the things that I did. That's not a fun thing to go through. And then you got to say it to your sponsor, who at the time was really a complete stranger just a few months ago. And you just have to be like, here's all the terrible things I did. That's one of the steps. That was a fun one. But then you learn who you are and you learn how to act opposite of that. So it is just coming turns of like, this is me as a person. How do I become better? And each day you try and wake up each day. I got to be a little better than yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
And now that I feel like nicotine was just like ramping me up when I didn't need to be ramped up, and I'd rather be at an even keel at a constant, like, sure, the shit just felt good.
Yeah.
It felt good.
Yeah.
Just dopamine.
Yeah.
And my brain eats that shit up. I'm like, ooh, little magic here just with this. Here we go.
Mm-hmm.
But then you ramp up and then you go down and you go up and then down. And it's a never ending cycle of buying these fucking tins, and it's trash and it's stupid.
It's waste.
It's waste. And so yeah, now I feel much more calm the past week. I finally feel good.
And a little cold action as well.
Well, the cold plungies?
Yeah.
Yeah. I've been hopping in the cold. Just take a cold shower. I should have just been doing that right when I stopped.
Just at the end.
Cold shower. Yeah, at the end. That's the best. But also, I feel like with Megumi around, it's much easier to quit nicotine this time.
Mm-hmm.
That's really the only different factor in this whole thing is her. So she helps me big time with that and makes sobriety easy. I don't even think about drinking at all, it doesn't really cross my mind. If I do happen to think about it, your brain does glamorize it. You're only going to remember the good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That I crack and I giggle because I know it's not true.
Mm-hmm.
That's the brain is a funny thing like that. Like, here, this is what drinking was like. No, it wasn't.
Yeah.
No, it
Yeah.
wasn't.
Yeah. In the beginning, I would for me it was being alone was like the trigger. So I remember like Christmas shopping during my first year of sobriety, and I went to a different store. I was like gonna buy something for Megan. I went to a different store. I passed a Tender Greens, and I knew that Tender Greens sold wine. And I stopped.
I forgot that.
And I looked in there, and there was nobody in there. And I was like, I could just go in there, have a glass of wine, and no one will know. And then I caught myself and started laughing, and I was like, "Whoa, dude! Who the fuck was that?" It's like, no.
Yeah.
But yeah, now I don't have those thoughts anymore. I do get pissed off if people smoke weed around my kids or around me.
That's reasonable. Or just
Like-
around you in general. I feel like you smelling weed definitely is probably a trigger still.
Yeah, it's like not in general. It's just like if it's at the house,
Yeah.
or like around the kids. Yeah, I get angry.
Yeah, you're a dad
I
now.
get really angry. But I think some of it is just jealousy. I think it's like,
Yeah.
I can't fucking do
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
The fuck are you doing in my house?
Yeah. That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. I'm impressed. You're able to hold it down because at that point, I mean, weed's kind of like nicotine. Like it's very accessible. You just go to a store
So
and buy it and go,
accessible.
thank you and have a nice day. It's
Yeah.
like buying anything. So that's why I felt lucky when I was like, I'm going to be sober now. People are like, oh, California sober? You're just going to do, I was like, nah, nothing interests me except for booze and some other stuff. Like that shit is fun to me. Not
Booze and
weed.
sugar.
Yeah, not weed. Like it was never my thing.
Yeah, it was for me it was it never got to a place of like being bad for me. Like I always had a good time. I never had like a bad experience where I was like Megan, you know, she freaked herself out.
Yeah.
So she was like legitimately scared. That was like weed for me was just like fun, giggly times. But I realized like maybe if I stop it, I'll stop being so stupid all the time. And I
Yeah.
did. I did, yeah.
Just get out of the fog.
Yeah.
More present, like you said. You get all the
Oh,
feelings.
dude, being present is the great. You read The Power of Now, right?
I did. A long time ago.
Give it a reread.
Yeah, I got to reread some books.
That's a great book to reread. Reread.
But yeah, highly recommend The Sober Life. You know what it is? Just life without chaos. I feel like when I was boozing and partying and doing all that, there was always like something ridiculous would happen.
Mhm.
And like having a calm life is such a gift. It's way more rewarding than like waking up being like, oh no, what happened last night?
Oof.
To wake up and never have that feeling again, it is worth all
Oh,
the days
everything.
of struggle from being like, I got to sober up. But it's the word to wake up, be like, what happened? Who did I upset? Who do I have to call and apologize? You don't have to wake up and have that feeling anymore. That's the big win for sure. A calm, drama-free, peaceful life.
And then when the drama happens,
Yeah, you can deal with it.
you get people come to you a lot with their drama.
I get a lot of action. I get a lot of action.
Especially like if I know people are coming to you with drama, I go, you know what? He's got enough on his plate right now. You handle it very well. And
It's the
I'm-
gift of
I'm
being
grateful
the
for you.
eldest sibling, I think.
yeah.
It's the gift you get.
Yeah.
People come to you with their problems and you do the best you can to help out. My problem is I don't do as I say. So I'm always just like, yeah, you should do this, and I go, I don't do any of those things. Why do I should probably pay attention to what I'm telling someone else. That's my only problem I have with it. I don't mind it at all, but I'm like, man, I wish I did the stuff that I am saying to do of like, yeah, don't do this, don't pay attention to that. But I mess up constantly, and that's okay. What are you gonna do?
We're human.
We're
We're
human.
human.
What are you gonna do? All right, we're gonna talk about. I mean, should we wait for Megan about Riley's summer camp experience?
No, I can actually tell, what actually happened.
I think it's the best thing in the world. I had the opportunity to roll with Megan and Daryl for camp pickup. It was the best day of my last month, I guess right after Sequoia when we got back from it's been the best day in the last 2 weeks for me. I had so much joy in my heart seeing Riley at camp. It was the best thing I've ever seen.
He was super excited about going to summer camp, and we're on the drive there, and Megan, I mean, even driving, I could tell Megan was nervous. So then Riley, it's just like so.
This
cool
is on the way there to drop
on the
him
way
off.
there to drop him off.
Yeah, I didn't get the whole rundown. I'm excited for this.
Riley looks at Megan and goes, "Mama, can you cuddle me?" So Megan moves closer to him, and they're like snuggling in the back of the car, and he goes, "Mom, I don't want you to leave me at camp." And she goes, I'm not going to leave you at camp. Are you feeling nervous?" And he goes, "Yeah, I'm feeling nervous." And she goes, "Yeah, I know, I'm feeling nervous too." And then we get to camp. As soon as we get out of the car, he is ramped up. He sees another kid going, and he goes, "Hi, I'm Riley. Yeah, I'm going to camp." And then we get to camp, we get in there, and he sees the playground, and he's like excited, ready to go. And Megan's like, "Wait, I gotta put sunscreen on." And then she puts the sunscreen on, and he's like, "I love you, Mom." And he starts to go, and he turns around, and he can tell that Megan's like losing her mind. And he goes, "Mom, can I have one more hug?" So he gets down, and he gives her one more hug. And I'm like, putting my hand on her back, like, come on, let's go. Let's get out of here before he starts freaking out and he wants us to stay. And he runs off and goes to the sandbox. She turns around and just starts bawling, dude. Turns around, just immediate, like, ugly cry. I take off my glasses. I'm like, here, put these on. And then,
Oh, it was at the camp,
oh, dude, at the camp. And then,
not
like,
in the car. For some reason, I thought it was in the car. That's when she came unglued. She
her
turned
back.
her. Okay.
And then immediately starts crying. I give her some sunglasses. We stop at the bathroom. And, like, because, you know, she was like big on the homeschooling thing, and now he's like going to school. I was like, "Are you mad at me?" And she's like, "No, I'm not." And I was like, "Okay, like he did great. He's gonna be doing great." And yeah, she cried the whole way home.
It's a long drive home too, so at least 30 minutes.
But what a joy to see him so excited. And it was just a couple hours, and we went back, and you got to come back with us, and he didn't even give a shit that we came back. He
No.
was just so into camp.
Musical chairs,
Yeah.
students versus the counselors. He was locked in, enjoying the show. Megan's like grabbing his face, being like, "Surprise, we're here." He has no idea who is in front of it. Like,
No.
he had no idea it was Mama. He was just locked in. He's like, "I'm at camp. This is my shit.
Yeah.
I love this."
Yeah.
And then finally they ended this,
Yeah.
the students won, you get a prize. And I'm
Yeah.
clapping. I'm like, hell yeah, dude, everybody gets a prize. And then he turns around and sees you guys.
And then he was all
just-
excited.
Yeah.
He was all excited that you came.
Yeah.
And
He looks at me, puts his arms up he's like, "Pick me up." I go, "Absolutely." I'm carrying him. I go, "You like camp, Riley?" He goes, "I love camp. Loved it." He's in cloud 9 and he was exhausted.
Cloud 9, exhausted, just like wanted to sleep the whole car ride home, but like was too happy to sleep. We get home, he immediately goes into a swim lesson, like had the best day ever. Then after a swim lesson, we're like, "All right, tell us about camp. Did you make any friends?" And he's like, "I'm not gonna tell you." His new thing. Oh, guess what? I'm not gonna tell you.
I'm not going to tell
Yeah.
you. Wouldn't you like to know, weatherman? I'm not going to tell you.
Yeah. Did you learn anyone's names? I'm not gonna tell you. But then last night, I got him to tell me. He was like, "Yeah, there were lots of girls and lots of friends." And I
Yeah.
was like, "Oh,
No, I
sweet,
watched the
dude."
whole class say, "Goodbye, Riley. See you tomorrow."
Yep.
He was kind of like, "See you tomorrow?"
He woke up this morning, and first thing he said, "Dad, I'm hungry and I'm tired." And I
Yeah.
was like, "Look, we can go to camp today, but you don't have to." And he was like, "Maybe not today. Maybe tomorrow."
Yeah.
Let's get the day off, dude.
That was a lot.
Cool off. But yeah, I'm so stoked for him. It's so fun to watch him be his own person, and
Yeah. I mean, the reality is I loved summer camp. Megan despised summer camp. So I think a lot of this was for her to be like, because she was like, "I hate this so much. I hope
kids
he
help you
doesn't."
heal, though.
I
He
hope he
already
doesn't-
she's got a
Yeah.
whole different outlook than she did, in the moment.
Yeah, she was
Now
just
she's
concerned.
like, "Wow, this is amazing." Yeah. It's gonna
Good
be good.
stuff. You got to see Cole play.
Oh, dude,
Give me that story.
I drove to Vegas.
Yeah.
Drove a sick R1T. I highly recommend you check it out. Maybe take it for a demo drive. It
Yeah.
is powerful.
The Rivian
Does not
truck.
feel like an electric car, but it is. I will say charging those bad boys are annoying. But I made it all the way on a full charge from LA to Vegas. Pretty impressive.
That's very impressive.
And then, got to the hotel. My buddy Jim came out, and we saw Cole play, just the two of us.
Was he at the Sphere?
It wasn't
or-
at the Sphere. It was at Allegiant Stadium,
Okay.
which was huge.
That's insane.
And there was like a dome, like covering.
Okay, that's
it.
why I got confused. I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
is this-
It was covered. Which they like. It sounded like they were setting off fireworks. We just couldn't see them, so it was
Oh.
just for the people outside, I guess.
got it.
But like laser light show, also a very sustainable show. They had rows of bikes that you could pedal on to charge up batteries, I guess, for the next
I heard you
day's
mention
shows.
this, and I was trying to be like, is that real? So you had
That's
they had
what they
people
say.
biking to charge up the stage for
not the show that was currently going on
for the
they-
next day.
for the next day's show. Yeah.
So like it's giving fuel to the batteries for tomorrow's show.
And there was like kinetic floor, so people were walking on this kinetic floor to like charge things.
It's like that
I mean,
Black Mirror episode.
yeah.
Remember that one? One of the best ones.
Yeah. Maybe that's where they got the idea from.
Yeah.
I don't know. What came first, the chicken or the egg? But it looked really cool. Chris Martin is just the coolest guy. Also a dad. Also so silly. He was just so silly the whole time. So silly and then super cool rock star and then silly again. He made silly look cool. I just thought that I was the biggest Coldplay fan in the world. And it was really cool being in a stadium full of 50,000 people and a lot of dudes. We're all just high-fiving each other, you know? I thought I was the only one who knew the little riffs here and there. But everyone knows it.
It's got to be the most like peace and loving crowd I could ever imagine.
He
Just
had
like
a whole speech
silly,
at the
goofy,
end.
peaceful people.
Yeah. Yeah, it was. It really was. And we were all in the moment together. It was really cool. Jim had a blast. He had never been to a Coldplay show. This was my third Coldplay show.
Not a big concert guy in general, I feel. I feel like he hasn't been to a lot of shows.
No. And
Like,
we've ruined him.
This is a whole new world for him.
We've ruined him. He's never going to go to a show
in these
unless
ways.
it's with us.
Right.
But yeah, it was really special, really cool. A 3-hour show. Played all the hits. Also, like, played some verses of some songs that I'd never heard before. Like, it was one for the books. And then instead of taking an Uber back to our hotel, 50,000 people leave a stadium. That was going to take like 2 hours. So we walked like 2 miles on the strip.
Oh, nice.
And
people watch a little.
People watch. I also like didn't have time to eat a lot of food because I went from driving straight to the hotel to like shower and change straight to the concert. And so at the end of it, I'm like, Jim, I'm starving. And then we're walking out of the stadium and I was just cold and wet. And I was like, are you sweating? He was like, no. And I was like, okay, well, I need to find something or I'm going to faint. So I stopped at a Johnny Rockets, got a nice chocolate milkshake.
Hell yeah.
That fueled up our 2-mile walk. Got back to the hotel, had some chicken fingers. It was like my little birthday trip, and Meghan beautifully, sweetly decorated the room. There were a bunch of balloons in the room.
Nice.
She got me a fridge that just had Celsius in the fridge because she knows like I only do Celsius when I'm like going out to a concert.
Party mode.
It was great. Went to bed at like 3:30. I'm a dad, can't sleep past 7. Got like 3.5 hours of sleep, but still felt great. Drove home. Done.
Crushed.
Yeah.
Nice dad getaway for Daryl. I love it.
It was nice.
I love it, man.
But Meghan was very missed.
Yeah.
I just don't think she would have enjoyed it as much as I.
That sounded like a lot of factors that she probably wouldn't have been the most chill with. Kind of
was hot.
waiting to charge
It was also
the
hot.
car.
It was Vegas.
Hot.
Jim went in shorts.
2-mile walk.
Yeah.
There were some things there that probably not would have been ideal, but I think there's a perfect moment for you to have a little dad time.
Yeah, it was great.
It's a good journey for you.
Great.
Come on now, raise a glass to Taylor Swift with The Era's Pour, the new book with 60 cocktail recipes inspired by every era.
Including riffs off greatest hits, twists on her favorite drinks, call-outs to iconic moments in Swiftie history, and of course, an abundance of Easter eggs.
Whether you're looking for a refreshing sipper like Fever Dream, a blackberry and bitters twist on a Pimm's cup in the middle of a cruel summer, or a cozy cardigan-worthy cinnamon and smoke-laced Peter losing Wendy to drink under a streetlight in a forever winter. The Era's Pour is for you. You'll get those references.
Filled with fearless flavors of Taylor's early days to the reputation-shaking mixes of her later albums, plus alcohol-free options.
Oh, for me and
for
you.
us. So everyone at the party, like me and Ryan, can have fun. The Era's Pour has got you covered.
With stunning photography of the cocktails and a design that reflects Taylor's ever-evolving style from her country roots to pop anthem queen, it's the perfect companion for your next listening party.
London boys, Miss Americanas, the new romantics alike, grab your shaker tins. It's time to make the whole place shimmer.
The Era's Pour is available wherever books are sold. Me and Megumi just saw Final Destination. Well, I don't know. Is it the 6th one?
Yeah.
I don't know how many whatever the most recent one is. Phenomenal, dude. We went 1 p.m. on Sunday. Had a blast.
Nobody in the theater, right?
Only one.
Oh.
other group. Like there was 4 other people that were in a group
And they sat right next
right
to you.
behind us.
Yeah. Yeah.
The whole
People
theater's
don't like to be alone,
empty.
dude. That's the point of the theater.
No, I guess they're just like, these are my seat numbers. Cause yeah, we got the 2 middle seats that are right behind the handicaps. So we're perfect spot. And then they got right behind us. So I guess they just didn't want to, these are good seats. Or maybe they assumed more people would come, but
Yeah.
it was just the 6 of us just enjoying Final Destination at 1 p.m. And me and Megumi are a little fucked up because every single death in that movie, we died laughing.
No,
They're
that's
the funniest.
the point. That's
is that
the point
point
of those movies.
Okay, because it's so funny to me. I cannot,
Yes.
and it's like I feel
It's campy.
Yeah, dude.
It's not like
it's blood explosions.
Yeah.
It's the craziest, like gnarliest deaths. You're like, oh, like we were just getting loud. It was good. It was good. It was so ridiculous, dude. It was funny. And I thought like the acting was perfect enough where, they're not really trying too hard at all. They're just having fun with it. And then they have their moments where they're like, I'm gonna give it my all here.
Yeah.
But the majority of it is they're just like, just having a good time. It's Final Destination, dude.
Yeah, dude.
Everyone's gonna die.
Just go to be entertained.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, a movie like that, you are supposed to laugh at the deaths, I think. I think it's movies where like it's supposed to be like a serious thriller and then there's some like unnecessary violence. People laugh at that. Like when I saw Drop, I'm just going to say it. When I saw Drop, there were moments of unnecessary violence.
What is Drop?
Drop is that movie where she gets airdrop shit in the restaurant and someone's airdropping her stuff and telling her to kill people or
I've never seen this.
Oh yeah, it's a new movie. And there was some unnecessary violence at the end and like the theater was like erupting in like, yeah. And I was like, this is scary. I don't think this is fun.
Yeah. That
I'm
sounds too
scared.
real. That
Too
sounds
real, too real. But Final Destination,
It's
like,
absurd.
people are gonna die.
Yeah.
It's not a surprise.
But it also is like the craziest ways imaginable.
Yeah.
They all start with like the littlest fucking thing.
I saw the last
just
one I saw
causes-
was in 3D because I was like, oh,
Wow.
I'm gonna see the 3D one. And it's like they're dying on like roller coasters and like wacky ways.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fun.
No, this shit is a barbecue. Like the simple things. Very, very good. Entertaining. And then Megumi just cracks me up with the stuff that she says. Like when we were driving to Sequoia, the sign just says click it or ticket. She's like, what does that mean? What is this? Click it or ticket? I go, well, it just means put your seatbelt on or you're going to get a ticket. They should just have a sign that says wear your seatbelt. What is click it or ticket? They're confusing
That
me.
was someone's job to come up with that.
And I'm like, oh, it's such an easy, it's nice. It rhymes. But I guess, yeah, if you're, not from America, you see a sign that's kind of just riddles and rhymes. You're
Yeah.
like, what are they trying to tell me? Should just say wear your seatbelt. That
Click
shit
what?
cracked me up. Okay. I'm now into Chat GPT. Thanks
Let's
to D Money.
Fucking go,
And
dude.
the new update, bro. It's like
Oh, have you
just a
talked to it?
person
Have you talked
talking
to
to
it?
you.
It's
We-
wild.
you told me to try it out, so we did.
Oh yeah.
We're always just like fucking around trying to figure out what to watch. So finally I was like, let's have a conversation with ChatGPT.
Mhm.
I've had as a nice lady. She's polite, the ChatGPT. And so we're asking her, what should we watch? And Mugumi's like, I'm sorry. What did you say again? I'm sorry. Just keeps apologizing
Yeah.
to the robot. I go, it's just a robot. She's just Megumi is so kind and polite that even to just an AI, it's just a robot. Just, I'm sorry. Can you repeat that? And ChatGPT's like, oh, no problem at all. So as I was saying, like just right off.
My guy's like taking breaths and saying and stuff.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
when I backed up into the pole,
Yeah.
I was like, yo, chat, how much is like this gonna cost? And like what do I do? And like, am I okay? Like I'm okay, but like what's gonna happen now? And he's like, you know what, Daryl? I think like it's just gonna be a little bit more paperwork for you. Really nothing, happens all the time. Common mistake. And I was just like, huh?
Yeah.
Thank you.
I might have to switch mine up though, because my girl has vocal fry and I can't stand it, dude. We've been watching a lot of
What is
reality
that?
shows. Vocal fry, dude. Like
They're
when
talking
girl-
up?
Yeah, and they're just like,
Oh.
hold on, it'll come to me. Just like when you're just like, and you should probably watch fuck, I can't do
Wait. What should we here? Well, let's
I feel like you talk with vocal fry.
Vocal fry in that kind of creaky or gravelly sound you sometimes hear at the end of sentences, like when the voice kind of drops down low and gets a little crackly. I can totally do it if you want me to.
No, don't. I can't stand it. It's the most annoying way to talk.
No worries at all. I'll keep it out of our conversation and keep things nice and clear. Let me know if there's anything else I can do for you.
That's all. I mean, it's still, you kind of still sound like you have it, but I don't know. I might have to switch your voice up.
Got it. If you'd like me to switch up my voice or anything else, just let me know. I'm happy to adjust however you like.
All right, cool. Later. Bye.
Yeah, right. Wow.
So yeah, dude.
33, dude. Birthday. Just
Your
come,
birthday's
just
coming
come hang. Everyone's like, what do you want to do? What do you want to do?
We're
Nothing.
just gonna hang out.
Just hang.
Yeah.
I'm
Look
gonna
at her
get you,
ticket.
you know I'm gonna get some donuts. You know?
I know, bro. I've been trying to like. Last night I had a moment because what I'm experiencing now is with a girlfriend in my life that I
Yeah.
love to cook for.
Yeah.
I cook, you know.
A lot
I'm
of
telling
food.
myself I'm cooking for 2, but I'm cooking for like 3, 4, and we're eating
Yeah.
all of it.
Yeah.
And I kind of had a moment. I'm looking in the mirror. I go, Megumi, I got to get back to what I was doing before. I need to eat less carbs. I got to really dial in. I don't feel good. And it has nothing to do with you. I just love you so much, and I'm so happy. I just keep eating. I gotta find my balance and have moments of like, now I can kind of pick, because yeah, you're just comfortable. You're like, I'm gonna. Now I see what you were doing when you're like, let's get a little popcorn, a little ice cream, a little this, a little that. You're in love. I'm in love, and I can't stop eating.
Yeah, but I will say it becomes the biggest challenge in the relationship. The biggest. No, not the biggest, but it's like, it's tough. You want to eat a certain way, and she wants to eat a certain way. And she wants to eat at the same time that you eat. And you
Yeah.
don't want to do that.
I will say, Megumi immediately was like, whatever you got to do, don't worry about me. I was doing just fine without you. And I was like, that's hilarious. I love you so much. She's like,
Wow.
I'm kidding, but obviously, she's like, yeah, whatever you want to do. It's not a big deal.
Yeah.
Like, was just saying,
Oh.
like, you're good, man.
I have to like make an announcement. Like, hey, I'm cooking you dinner. Just so
Yeah.
you know, I already ate mine.
With last night's meal, I did chicken wings and broccolini, and I didn't have the rice. And she was like, I'm going to have rice. I go, perfect. You know,
Yeah.
it's just there if you want it. Not,
Great.
boom. I think we're already good. I was on a good fucking run. No, for some reason, when I eat carbs at night, I do not feel good. I don't know what it is. I'm really trying to X that out.
I love a good carb at night. Give me a little bowl of cereal. Give me some fruit.
Fruit, yeah. I'm talking like
Rice.
rice.
No,
I've been eating a lot of rice.
No, I try not to do that after 3 p.m.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Same boat.
Yeah.
But Megumi's the best. She's just like, whatever you want to do. I support you.
She is the best.
I'm very lucky. Very lucky man.
And she's so fucking funny, dude.
Very funny.
She always
Truly.
catches me off guard with her humor.
It's insane.
I always wanted a friend like Megumi. Thank you. Thank you for bringing her into our lives.
Of course. All right. Thanks for listening, watching. We'll catch you next week, hopefully with Megan. She's just a busy gal.
Hey, try sobriety, for fun.
Yeah, try a
See
little
how you
sober.
feel.
Try a day.
Get some feelings.
Then maybe 2 days, 3 days.
One day at a time.
You get to a month, you're really cooking with something.
Get to 3 months. Oh my God, there's an identity shift going on.
Sky's the limit. Wait till you hit that REM sleep. You're going to have the best or craziest dreams of your life.